and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Alex and I post beauty related videos every Wednesday and Sunday, so make sure you're subscribed and you've got that notification bell on so you are notified every time that I post. So as you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be telling you my personal top 10 favourite products from Revolution. As you know by now, I am a huge Revolution fan. I love their makeup. Across the board, their makeup is generally, in my opinion, probably one of the best drugstore brands. They're completely consistent with their products. Everything that comes out, in my opinion, is really good. There's a couple of misses that obviously are not in this video, but I will talk about them a bit when I dive into the products that I actually love. These are my personal recommendations. If you have any recommendations, please leave them down below so other people can look at them as well. But these are products I think that you need in your collection. So let's start off with the conceal, I was going to say the Revolution, you know it's Revolution, this whole video is based on Revolution. This is the Conceal and Define Foundation. I love this. It's not my favourite foundation in the whole world, and that is because of the longevity of it, because obviously, as you know, I have a combination skin type, so a product like this doesn't last as well on my skin as a matte foundation would. But if you had normal to dry skin, you would absolutely love this foundation, and I still love it. I still use it. I use it on the weekends when I'm not going to be wearing makeup for that long, but this is such a good foundation, guys. Honestly, I like the packaging. I know people weren't a massive fan, but there has a huge doe foot applicator, and it's a proper glass bottle, so it feels nice. It's quite weighty. It has a super creamy, smooth formula, so when you blend it, it blends out beautifully. The coverage is really good on it. It just doesn't last that well on my skin, but I still freaking love this foundation. I think this is £9, so obviously good price for drugstore foundation. It doesn't have as much product. It has 23 mils in it, but I think they probably couldn't put the whole 30 normal amount in because of the packaging, because of the doe foot applicator. Yeah, that's my only thing about it, that it doesn't have as much product as most foundations do that are the same price, if not a bit cheaper. But yeah, that's the only thing I say about it. But I absolutely love this foundation, and I'm pretty sure you have all heard about this by now, and everyone else pretty much has the same opinion. So with that foundation, I actually have the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. This come out, I don't know, I think it was earlier this year, and it has been raved about everywhere across the globe. Everyone loves this concealer. I have so many of these now. I think I've probably gone through about, I think I went through one each of the shades C1 and C3, and then got top ups, and then I have a green one as well. I just love this. Again, it has the huge doe foot applicator. I think this is run out. I probably need to get a new one again. But they've come out with supersized ones, so I need to get my hands on one of them because they're obviously much bigger. The coverage is so good on these. A lot of people compare it to Shape Tape. It is a lot like Shape Tape, but I feel like Shape Tape is just a bit more thicker, and the coverage is just a teensy weensy bit better. But this is definitely a good enough dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. So if you want to try the Tarte Shape Tape, or you've been wanting to get that, but it's obviously way too expensive, then I'll definitely recommend checking these out if you haven't already, because as I said, these are raved about everywhere. But these are these little ones are £4, which is crazy. And the supersized ones are £7, so I'm going to get my hands on the supersized ones now next. So my next favourite thing is a huge palette, and this is the Amplified Mega Matte palette. This has 8 face powders in it. It has 3 normal pressed powders, 3 blushes, and 2, I think they're bronzers, or I use it as a contour. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're contour shades. I absolutely love this palette. Obviously, it's not the most travel friendly palette, I know that. But when I'm not travelling and when I'm at home doing my makeup, I do use this palette. Oh, I thought you scratched that then. The powders, they just feel really smooth and soft. And I love the blush shades in this. And this is my favourite contour shade, but as you can see, there's a huge hole in the middle, and that is because I cracked it. And yeah, now I'm scared to use that shade because I'm just going to ruin it. Like, the hole just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and that's my most used shade out of this whole palette. So I know it's typical, isn't it? But these are £15, I believe, which obviously is a bit more expensive, but you have to think there's 8 pretty much like big pans of powder in this, and the pan sizes are pretty deep as well. Like, they're not thin pans, like they go down pretty deep. But I think for £15 this is so good, and I reviewed both of their other like big palettes. Like, the baked one was recent and the highlighter palette was ages ago, so if you want to see my review on those other ones, then just go back on my channel, you'll find them. But yeah, I absolutely love this I absolutely love this palette, and for £15 I think it's a really good price. But again, I don't hear much people talk about it. Like, why don't people talk about this product? I just do not know. So next we're going to go on to highlighting. I obviously have a few products for highlighters. The first one is, in fact, they're liquid highlighters. As you can see, I have 3 here. Liquid highlighter is not something that I use at all, really, and I have 3 bottles. Why, do you ask? I don't know. But I have Luminous Luna, Liquid Champagne and Starlight. I've done a full review on this, and they've been in my favourites because when I was obviously using them at the time, they were really good. The only thing with these highlighters is that they do dry down fast, so if you get these, I would just recommend doing one part of your face like at a time, so doing a cheekbone and then the other one. But they basically come in these really pretty glass bottles, and it comes with a dropper. But yeah, these are really nice, and these are £6, so they look like the Cover FX ones, and the Cover FX ones are like £30 or something ridiculous like that, and I'd never spend that amount on a liquid highlighter, especially because I'm hardly going to use it. So I'd rather spend £6 and get the Revolution ones, and I do think they're nice. They're probably not as best quality as the high-end ones, but they are, I mean, they're a pretty good dupe. So if you want liquid highlighters but don't want to spend that much, definitely recommend checking these ones out. The next highlighter product is the Revolution Ingot Highlighter in Platinum. Obviously they have other shades if this is too light for you. They have a rose gold one and like a full-on like yellow gold one, which is so stunning but would be way too dark on me. I think these are £4 each, and as you can see, it is a massive pan of highlighter. It's got quite a thick pan as well, and I have reviewed it, and swatching it, it doesn't even look all that, like, it looks like it's hardly pigmented or anything. But something about this highlighter, you guys, it's like, when I put it on my skin, it's so smooth looking. It's not chunky. It's a very different formula to their like other highlighters, but it's so nice. I love it. It's just, there's no fallout on the pan. It just doesn't look like it's going to be all that, but when you actually put it on your face, it is such a good highlighting product. They're so cheap as well. It's definitely worth picking it up and trying it out for yourself. Just don't be put off by the finger swatches, because finger swatches don't always do it justice, and that's definitely goes for this product. The last highlighting product, I obviously had to include this. This is the Revolution Soft Highlighter Palette, and I'm surprised I haven't hit pan on this and this shade. It's because I love them so much and I use them all the time. This is £8, which obviously that's why I wanted to show you a single highlighter because it's cheaper. But if you wanted a highlighter palette where you'd have more option, then this one is definitely the way to go. It has different shades in it. It has 2 like colours. It has pink and purple, which to be honest I don't really use that much. But the rest of these 6 shades are all neutral. Every skin tone can use this, and that's why I love this so much, is because it's so universal, so versatile, and it's just, you know how I feel about this highlighter palette, so you definitely need to check this out if you haven't already. So I've got a couple of eyeshadow palettes that I need to recommend to you, and the first one is, sorry, it's another Soph product. It's the Soph Extra Spice eyeshadow palette, and I do love her original palette, but this one I just slightly fell in love with a bit more. I love the packaging. It's like the mirror effect packaging with the matte name, has the matte back to it, and when you open it, it has all these stunning shades in it. It has a huge mirror that I'm not going to blind you with, and the shade selection in this is just beautiful, and all the names are on the palette as well, so if you're doing tutorials or if you like to tell people what shade you're using, you can just look at the palette and see that rather than using one of those plastic sheet things. Obviously the shadows are beautiful, they're so pigmented, they blend easily. The shimmers are stunning. I absolutely love the shimmers, but as I always say, I recommend using a spray with shimmers just to get the full opacity. But the shades are stunning in this. I love this area here. This side I don't really use as much, but as we get to Christmas, I'm definitely going to be diving into like the greens and reds and stuff like that for Christmas looks. So stay tuned for that. But I love this eyeshadow palette. If I was to recommend one of the collab eyeshadow palettes, it would definitely be this one, and that is not just saying because I love Sota's Nails. Like, I have the Imagination palette and I love her, but this is my favourite collab eyeshadow palette that I have used, so I 100% recommend this. And this is only £10 for a drugstore eyeshadow palette. It's only £10, and it looks and feels and the quality is like a high-end eyeshadow palette, so I'd 100% recommend checking this out. The other eyeshadow palette I recommend is this, and this is the Revolution and Neutrals 2 palette. The reason I recommend this, it may not look all that, but the reason I recommend this is because it's £4, and the palette looks like this. It is stunning. If you love your warm shades, you will absolutely love this palette. The quality of the eyeshadows for £4 is insane. Like, that's crazy. £4 for an eyeshadow palette with this many shades in it as well. How many even is there? There's 15 shades. Yeah, there's 15 shades in here for £4. Yes, the packaging is like plastic and like it looks quite cheap, but it's the eyeshadows that count at the end of the day, and for £4 this is crazy. If you're on a budget and you want a really good eyeshadow palette and you don't want to quite spend £10 on an eyeshadow palette, which is cheap anyway, then 100% pick up these. They have loads of these now. I think there's one it's like a Anastasia Beverly Hills like soft glam dupe. There's so many of them. Definitely check them out. Even if you don't like this one, have a look at the other ones. The next one is actually the mascara. It's called the Mascara. Obviously I've tested this out in a very recent video. I absolutely love this mascara. I use it pretty much every day now. It's just so good. If you like clumpy mascaras, you'll love this. I did say in that video it's like more like the Bad Girl Bang sort of mascara. I don't know if I want to call it an exact dupe. I don't know. I need to actually test like them both out at the same time, but it just reminds me of Bad Girl Bang because of how quick it is at coating your lashes and how quick it is of making them super black. And if you add like more and more layers, it does get clumpy, but I love clumpy mascaras, so this is why I like it. It's £8, which is very reasonable for a mascara, I think. I think that is quite a good price. Obviously it's not the cheapest mascara, but if you don't mind spending that amount on a mascara, then I definitely obviously recommend checking this out. This is what the whole video is about, me recommending these. But yeah, this is such good, and I love the packaging. It's a bit bulky, but it's a huge wand. Like, look at that, it's huge. I love it. I do love it though, and I do use it every day, so that's obviously saying it that I love it. The last product is basically their lipsticks. Like, there's not really a particular one that I recommend, but I like all of their lipsticks. Like, their bullet ones, this is a matte lipstick, this is in the shade Chauffeur. I think this is like £3. I also like the Soph lipsticks, which are £4, but they're a creamy formula, so if you like more creamy lipsticks, you don't like matte lipstick, maybe you don't get on with them that much, then definitely recommend checking the Soph lipsticks out. I also really like their liquid lipsticks. They're obviously not as amazing quality as high-end liquid lipsticks, but they are definitely really good, and I think their lip kits are like £6 for a lip liner and a liquid lipstick, so you can't complain really. But no, I just recommend their lipsticks in general. Like, they're really nice lipsticks. I love their formulas. And that is all I have to say about that. So they are all of the products, my top 10 products that I recommend to you guys. Let me know down below if you have tried any of these products and if you love any of these as well, because I always like to talk to you guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.